Hello friends, SentinalH here, and welcome back to our Immersive Engineering tutorial series. In this episode, we are going to round out the handheld tools by talking about the Chemical Thrower. Before we get started, I just want to announce I do have a Twitter account now, at SentinalhMC, link in the description. Totally follow me there for updates and notifications and stuff like that. So, let's get into it. So the Chemical Thrower is a very interesting tool. It allows you to basically spray any liquid in the game, pretty much, even from all kinds of mods. And they apply various status effects or do various things. So let's figure out how to craft it. The Chemical Thrower is crafted using 2 wooden grips, a heavy engineering block, the pressurized air tank, which if you remember was a modification for the mining drill, a bucket, and a fluid pipe. Gets you the Chemical Thrower, which looks pretty neat. You can see on the right hand side the blue and the red tank, so you can see that that blue tank is probably the pressurized air tank and whatnot. Very neat. If we come over here, we've got 2 mods. There's the large tank mod and the focused nozzle. We've already talked about the large tank. It was a mod that we put on the mining drill, but just to refresh your memory, it's crafted with 2 buckets, 2 steel ingots, an iron mechanical component, and 2 red dye of any sort of red dye equivalent. That simply increases the capacity of your Chemical Thrower. So if I put it here and I put the large tank on it, there's actually 3 upgrade slots, but there's only 2 upgrades for this thing. Does that mean we could put 2 of these tanks on there? Let's actually give that a shot. There's only, from what I can see, there's only 2 mods for the Chemical Thrower, and there's no way you'd be able to put another nozzle on it. So maybe you can put 2 tanks on it. Nope, you cannot. So I don't know why there's 3 slots. There's only 2 mods according to the book. Oh well. And that will increase the capacity. This thing only holds 2,000 millibuckets by default, and you will burn through that very, very quickly. It will spray very fast. So extra tank, definitely a good thing. Then there's the focused nozzle. The focused nozzle narrows the spray of your Chemical Thrower and increases the range. That is crafted by using 4 steel ingots, a hopper, and 2 fluid pipes. If we go ahead and equip that on here, it doesn't change the end of the thing, but when we put stuff in it, it will spray farther. So let's just take it off so that I can show you what the default spray pattern and distance is. And then we'll put it on and check it out. Now, I can't possibly go through every single fluid in whatever mod in the Bevo's Tech. This is the Bevo's Tech Pack. I can't go through every fluid in Minecraft. But if it's a fluid or it's a gas, chances are good you can put it in the chemical sprayer. Okay? Chances are really good. I got a couple here. We're going to go through these. The most obvious are water and lava from default Minecraft. Now you might be interested to note that if I load up lava and spray it, it doesn't actually start fires. You can spray it on wood, grass. It will not start a fire. Okay? What it will do is harm enemies and light them on fire. Let's see that again. So you can see with every spray, it's doing 1 heart, roughly. 1.5. He's taking burning damage as well. If I spray it in water, it does nothing. No. It sort of fizzles. It does not, however, create cobblestone or anything. That's lava. Very simple. Now, water, on the other hand, obviously you can't deal damage to mobs with this. Doesn't do anything. However, if I start some fires, puts them out. So if you want to, you can use the Chemical Thrower as a fire extinguisher. If you load it with water, it will put the fires out very quickly indeed. Nice. You might actually be able to save your house if you set it on fire with this. Very nice. That's a very good use for water, actually, for this thing. Now we're going to get into some interesting things. A funny one is honey. So you can actually spray enemies with honey. Again, this is dependent on what mods you have installed as to whether you'll have honey. But you can see it's put a status effect on our little spider friend. If I shoot this up in the air, it'll hit me, and then we can see that it's giving us the sticky debuff, which makes us slow. So, if you wanted to make the mobs slower, you could shoot them with honey. Not very useful, but kind of funny. Then we have, from Thaumcraft, this is Liquid Death. So you can actually load that up. And when I kill the spider with the Liquid Death, it gives me some crystallized essence from Thaumcraft. I don't know enough about Thaumcraft to know what that's good for, but might be useful. So you can load that in. You can also load from Thaumcraft something called Purifying Fluid, which doesn't seem to do anything, but I guess it has something to do with warp. So we can't really test that, but you can load it in there. Then we've got Life Essence from Blood Magic, which is installed here. It's basically blood. So you could spray blood through your chemical thrower. It doesn't do anything. But it's interesting that you can do that. You could probably load oil and fuel and stuff in from Buildcraft. In fact, let's actually just do that. I forgot all about oil when I was doing this. So we'll just go ahead and load us up some oil. Oh wait, this barrel has life essence in it as well. Well, I don't want that. I'll have to grab a new one. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. So we'll try oil, because I forgot about it, so let's do it. Now, let's talk about the next feature of the chemical sprayer. If you look at the fuel gauge in the middle, you'll notice there's a little thingy there. The chemical sprayer thrower has a pilot light on it. If you hold shift and right click, it'll turn on the pilot light. You see that little flame is now glowing? And then if you spray a flammable liquid through it, it'll light it on fire and turn it into a flamethrower, which is pretty awesome. So let's try this with oil. You notice I can spray the oil. What happens if I spray it up into the air and it lands on me? Ooh, it's actually giving me blindness 2 as well as the flammable status effect. So you can actually blind people by spraying oil at them. And if I light the pilot light, fire. So let's spawn a spider. You can see he dies pretty quickly. Very nice. Very useful, I think. Come on, daytime. Now, ethanol, creosote oil, and biodiesel from Immersive Engineering will all do the same thing. Ethanol will turn into a flamethrower. But it does not apply the flammable debuff that the other fluids do. It also takes longer. It doesn't deal as much damage. However, if we take creosote oil, the spider dies faster because it was putting the flammable debuff on it. So if I spray it up into the air and let it land on me, come on, flammable for 6 seconds. So pretty good. And that was creosote oil. Now then, biodiesel. Very effective flamethrower. Kills things very quickly. I spray it on myself. You can see that I again have the flammable debuff. So you can really just go all out. It doesn't matter what mod you're running, what mod pack you're in. If it has a liquid or a gas, chances are good you can put it in this chemical thrower. Just try it. You might be surprised at what can go in this thing, and see if it has any useful effects. Okay, now let's go ahead and put the nozzle on it so we can see how much longer range it becomes. Okay, let's see. See, quite a bit. You can spray quite a bit farther with the focus nozzle. The next question that we probably have is, does it deal any additional damage when we spray these flammable liquids? You can be the judge. I'm not sure if it was dealing more damage because more of it was hitting. I actually don't think it was. But the flamethrower becomes quite a bit longer range as well. So, yeah. Which one did I have? That is the chemical thrower. If it's a liquid or a gas, try and put it in there. And if it's flammable, you can light it up with the pilot light and have your very own flamethrower. As you can see, the fuel tank does run out very quickly. So let's go ahead and place this in here. I don't know why there's a third slot. It doesn't let me put additional thingies in. But now with our extra tank on here, it'll hold like 4,000, which it doubles. So it doubles it and allows you to hold a lot more because this thing does run out very, very quickly. Okay. So anyway, that's the chemical thrower. Very fun and very neat. I could definitely see this being useful in PvP if you wanted to shoot things with a flamethrower. So yeah, just try it out with various stuff, and let me know in the comments if you try it out with a fluid, an interesting fluid from that I didn't cover. I'd love to hear, more interactions that it has. So anyway, that's it for this episode. I'm going to be going away this weekend. So we'll have a video up for every day, but I won't be here. I'll be at camp with my brother. It's going to be a fun weekend. So follow me on Twitter. That's where I will notify you guys if I'm streaming. All the videos will have a Twitter notification with it, so in case YouTube's sub box messes up and you don't get my videos, you'll see them on Twitter. So definitely follow me there. Feel free to tweet me and ask me stuff, and we can talk and stuff on there. So anyway, I'm SentinalH. Stay tuned for future videos. I'm signing out.